Hey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ilya Melpa Rifrika, and my student ID 21019116. And now I will explain about the nouns. The first, the first one is uh, explanation about the nouns or the definition. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, animal, or idea. Nouns are fundamental to constructing sentences as they often serve as the subject or object. And then the next is types of nouns. The first type is proper noun. Proper nouns are specific names for particular people, places, or things. They always begin with a capital letter. For the example of people, there are John, Mary, Mr. Smith, uh, and the other name of people. And then the example places, there are Paris, Indonesia, Mount Everest, Padang, the university, and etc. And the example of things, Microsoft, the Great Wall, Titanic, book, pen, bag, handphone, clothes, and the other things. For the example of the sentences, first one is John is my friend. Uh, Here, the proper noun is John. And the second example is we visited Paris last summer. And the proper noun is Paris in this sentence. The next is common nouns. Common nouns are general names. These are general names for people, places, things, or ideas. They do not begin with a capital letter unless they start a sentence. For the example of common nouns are teacher, city, car, love, etc. And the example and the sentences and the example sentences, she is the teacher. And the common nouns here is teacher. And the second one, and the second example is I live. I live in a big city. The second types of noun is concrete nouns. These are nouns that can be perceived with these five senses. That there are seen, touch, heard, smell, or taste. For the example, apple. For the example of the concrete nouns, apple, dog, music, perfume, etc. And for this example sentences, the first one is the apple is red. I can hear the music. And that is the second example of concrete nouns in sentence. And the fourth example is the four types of nouns is abstract nouns. These are nouns that cannot be perceived with the five senses and often refer to ideas, qualities, or states. For the examples of abstract nouns, happiness, freedom, knowledge, love, etc. And the example sentences, the first one is happiness is important in life. The abstract noun here is happiness. And the second example sentence is she values freedom. The abstract noun here is freedom. And the next types of noun is countable nouns. Countable nouns. These are specific names for particular people, places, or things, and they always begin with a capital letter. For example, peop- for example, people John, Mary, Mr. Smith. Places Paris, Indonesia, and Mount Everest. And things Microsoft, the Great Wall, Titanic. For the example sentences, the first one is John is my friend. And the second one is we visited Paris last summer. The next types of noun is uncountable nouns. These are nouns that cannot be counted and do not have a plural form. For example, water, rice, information, money, etc. For the example sentences, there is no more water. And the uncountable noun here is water. And the second one, example sentence, we need some information. The uncountable nouns here is information. And I will add the one example sentence. I have no money. And the uncountable nouns here is money. The next type of noun is collective nouns. These are nouns that refer to a group of people, animals, or things. For the example of collective nouns are team, family, flock, bunch, etc. And the example sentences of collective nouns, the first one is the team is playing well. The collective noun here is team. And the last one example sentence is she belongs to a large family. And the collective nouns here is family. Ah, there are That's all the types of nouns and the definition of nouns. Thank you so much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.